Hi, I'm Adrienne, and I'm in focus. What's up, YouTube? I know it's been a few months since I last posted, but it's 2020 and we're not judging anyone for their level of productivity. Anyway, I wanted to do a video on this handy dandy point and shoot, fully automatic. It is the Nikon OneTouch 100, and it's a great camera for what it is. I actually only spent $4 on it, maybe even less, because I think I got 2 point and shoots at the time. One of them was broken, but this one worked out great. So let's dive in. What I really love about this camera is that it's so small and I can bring it with me anywhere. And that's honestly the most important thing when you're shooting film or shooting photography in general. You just need a camera with you, be it your phone, be it your point and shoot, or your more advanced SLR or DSLR. It's really about, the decisive moment and all that. But it's good to have a little camera to bring with you when you're not sure what you'll encounter. So some more pros about this camera is that it's fully automatic. So especially when you're doing like action shots or something, like if you're in a car and you just want a quick shot, all you have to do is literally, it's just one touch, like it's called, and you get your shot. On the flip side though, because it's fully automatic, you do have a little less customization. So the flash actually is automatic as well. You cannot turn it on and off on your own. I would say that's my biggest con with this, because there are definitely moments where I creatively did not want the flash, and on the flip side, moments when I did want the flash. So a lot of times I would have to focus and reframe on something with more light in the background, and then pan over to the composition I actually wanted. The risk with that is sometimes the things that I wanted in focus aren't in focus. So that's something to keep in mind. But it's a point and shoot, so it's kind of part of that for me is getting comfortable with not knowing how everything's gonna look and like lining everything up super perfectly. I love that film makes me slow down and become more intentional, and I think this point and shoot is a good mix of, I do have a limited number of shots, so I'm going to become more intentional with that, but at the same time I'm letting go of every single parameter that I can control. So like I said, it's a great camera to just throw in your bag, bring on a walk, and take in the sights. A couple other things I will note is that this is a fixed focal length. So we have 35mm as the focal length, and so that took a little bit of time for me to get used to. I'm used to shooting 50mm, but at the same time, again, it's kind of fun to see how things will come out if you're not really sure. Another thing that I had to get used to with this camera was that the viewfinder does have a very faint frame guide, but I didn't notice that on my first roll or so. So a lot of the compositions that I had were just slightly off, but once I noticed that, I was able to frame it better and like line it up better. But just a pro tip, make sure you kind of note where that is rather than just like looking in it and going. So despite some of the cons that I've listed, I think that this camera is super solid, especially at the price point that I got it for $4. It was kind of a gamble because I was thrifting it and didn't know if it was tested or not. But I mean, for $4, like you take what you can get. And I actually got so lucky that it's fully functional, has no light leaks. I love that it takes, just AA batteries. So those are super cheap. And then also it's Nikon. So I trusted that a bit more. I trusted the lens would be like pretty clear and all that. Just get out there, go thrift some old film cameras. Hopefully you get lucky like me, but don't underestimate the power of a good solid point and shoot. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video and check out some of the solid shots that I've gotten from this camera. See you next time.